It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am One Bar, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about three Minnesota Vikings that are currently on the roster that probably have no right being on an NFL roster in general. And let me just put a disclaimer out here. Every team has these guys. Every team has a guy that you're just like, how the hell does he make the team every year? They must have caught the GM doing something horribly wrong and have something against them. That's the only way they can make the team. And I'm going to be talking about three Vikings that I think are in that boat. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the One Bar and Lupica Show. Like the videos. We're getting damn close to 600 subscribers. So help us give a little oomph and get there. But let's just hop right into this. And some of these might not be very you might not like what I'm about to say, at least about one of these guys. I know one of these guys have a little extra love from Vikings fans. So let's start off with just one. This, hopefully everybody agrees. Bret Busch Jones. Bret Jones, our backup center / guard. Vikings traded for him. I believe it was the Giants a couple years ago. When they actually traded for him, I actually got a little excited. Like, you know what? This guy has actually had some decent games with the Giants. He's played well. He's going to add some very good depth. Well, for some reason, not only does he never see the field, I think our entire offensive line could be injured. He won't see the field. But we also re-signed him. We re-signed him twice now. And this time it got into late March. I mean, he was out there. He was there for the taking. Nobody wanted him. Yet, of course, the Vikings re-sign him. He'll be battling for a backup spot once again, and I would bet my house that he will get it. And again, he will not see the field. So Bret Busch Jones, the Vikings went to re-sign him. I'm pretty sure he'd still be a free agent. And like I said, I'm sure he'll be on the active 53. One of the greatest mysteries ever. So Bret Jones is my number one guy that, probably if he was on any other team, wouldn't be in the league. So let's go to number two. Number two is our backup quarterback, Sean freaking Mannion. Sean Mannion. Damn. I'm trying to think of a worse backup quarterback in the league right now, and unfortunately, I can't. Sean Mannion, he had the Rams took him in round 3, I think it was. Never saw the field. I mean, he saw it very briefly for the Rams. Came to the Vikings. We've seen him very briefly as well in preseason. He doesn't even look good. When you look at his career stats, they're not great. Against the Bears last year in the last game of the season, looked horrible. I think he's a stretch to even be a number 3 on some teams, yet he is handed this backup job. I know Zimmer loves his brain. He loves the fact that he's a very smart quarterback, which you love to see in a backup quarterback. But Sean Mannion, like I've said it multiple times, I'd love to have a beer with the guy. But him being a backup quarterback just solidifies the fact that if Kirk Cousins goes down, we're just done. We're done. So Sean Mannion, again, another guy who was signed in March. He was out there for the taking. Nobody wanted him. Of course, the Vikings take him back. And you know what? Next year, we'll probably re-sign him again. So we'll see. But Sean Mannion, boy, I don't even know if he'd start in the NFL. All right, third and final guy, and this is the one that hurts the heart a little bit. But I'm going Chad Beebe. Chad Beebe, he's done well in the preseason. He's shown flashes. He's shifty. He's speedy. I get it. But we got to look at what he's done. He's 25 years old already. He has 6 career receptions in the NFL. For me, I don't give a shit if he rips it up in preseason. Everybody rips it up in the preseason when you're playing in the third and fourth quarter. So the fact that he did that, I would expect that. But when he's out there with the ones we saw it early in the season last year, he didn't show up. He got on that big stage and unfortunately did not pan out before he got injured. And that's another thing. He cannot stay healthy. I think if Chad Beebe wasn't on the Vikings, he would be a free agent right now. And I think it's more of just what he could be, what we hope he could be. And at 25 years old, it might be getting a little too late. And this year he will be fighting for a spot. But again, if he stays healthy through the preseason, he'll probably be on that 53. So those are three guys that I just Still have a ton of purple love for her, but when you really look at it, when you take those purple sunglasses off, you got to think, would they really be in the league if the Vikings didn't re-sign them? So those are my guys. Let me know in the comments below if you got anybody that you just keeps you up at night wondering why the hell he's on the roster.